A very good morning, students. My name is Mamta, Assistant Professor, Soundarya Institute of Management and Science. Today in this video, I am going to explain you about the commodity market. In that, I am going to explain advantages of commodity market, role and functions of commodity market, governing body of commodity derivative market, and what are the different types of commodity derivative. Now let us first and foremost let us see what are the advantages of your commodity market. The first advantages here is management of risk. So management of risk in commodity derivative market is very important. That risk management is not about only the elimination of the risk, but rather it is about the limiting your risk, right? So commodity derivative provide a powerful tool for limiting your risk. So by means of your diversification of commodity derivatives as well as a flexibility in the working of in a commodity market, so this helps in managing the risk. So managing the risk will be there in the commodity market as an advantage by diversifying your commodity derivatives or by working flexibly in a commodity market. So diversifying here means transferring of your risk from one party to another, buying of commodity and selling of your commodity. So this is one of the advantage. And the next one is efficiency in trading. So the commodity derivative allows a free trading of risk components, then it leads to improving your market efficiency. So how it means less wasted trades will be there, so less unnecessary risk will be there, right? They will not take any unnecessary risk in the market, so that there will be efficiency in a trading, and they will not take any wasted trades. So wasted trades will leads to not working as a very good system in a commodity market. So what they will do, so they'll used to see that there will be a less wasted risk as well as less unnecessary risk will be there. If there is no wasted risk, if there is no unnecessary risk, means there will be efficiency in the trading. And the third one is your third advantage is speculation. So speculation here in your commodity market is within a short period of time making a profit is called speculation. So these commodity derivatives are considered to be a very risky. Why? Because more budget is required. So commodity market is not everyone's cup of tea, where bulk quantity of goods will be bought and sold. So this is not an individual task where thousands together or lakhs together people will not go there in a commodity market by making a transaction for thousands or 2000. So only lakhs together or close together amount will be involved in your commodity market. So this speculation considered to be a very risky. So if not it is used properly, it leads to a distraction in the organization, right? So your speculation should be very important in a commodity derivative market, and it plays a very smoothening role, so out of your consumption of goods over time. So if you are using a speculation in a right direction, you can make a profit within a short period of time in a commodity derivative market. And the fourth advantage is price discovery. So this is another important advantage or application of your commodity derivatives. This price discovery relieve the information about the future prices of the cash market. So take for example, today the price of 1 kg of onion is 100. So it leads to know the information regarding what is the 1 kg of that particular onion in the future coming year or a future coming month or a future coming weeks. So this is how one of the advantage of your commodity derivative market is price discovery. It leads to know the information regarding a particular commodity in a future time period. And the last advantage is price stabilization function. So price stabilization function in a commodity market helps to keep stabilizing influence on the spot prices by reducing the short-term fluctuations. So this price stabilization reduces the short-term fluctuations in your commodity market. So in other words, we can tell that derivative reduces both peak level and the depth level, which leads to price stabilization effect in the cash market. So for an example, price stabilization leads to there will be no high inflation, there will be no low level deflation in a commodity market. It leads to stabilization of a prices in a constant manner. No peak prices, no depth prices, there will be a stabilization prices, means normal prices will be there in a commodity market. So these are some of the advantages of your commodity derivatives. Next, we can see the other roles and functions of your commodity market. So these roles and functions of commodity market are classified or divided into depending upon the stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders for a commodity market? It may be an investor, it may be an importer, exporter, farmers, or a producer of the commodity. So these are stakeholders of a commodity market, right? So depending upon the stakeholders, the roles and functions of commodity market are classified. You can see here, if you are an investor, the commodity future offers the following benefits. So if you are an investor, so these are some of the benefits or roles and functions you can see here. And the first one is high leverage. So you can take a position in a particular commodity by paying only a fraction of that value as a margin. So you can, if you are an investor, if you want to buy some of the commodity in a commodity market, so the small amount as a margin you can keep in your commodity market. So moreover, this margin in a commodity future market are lower than your equity future and options. So this margin in commodity market is lower than compared to equity market or your option market. So for this purpose, this is a benefit for the investor. This is one of the role and function. You can also classify as a role and function of the commodity market. High leverage will be there with minimum level of margin. Margin is less in this commodity derivative market, and leverage will be very high. And a second benefit for an investor is less manipulation. So as this commodity derivative market governed by the international price movements, not on regional price movements, this commodity derivative market is governed by international price movements. So there will be a less manipulation or less chances of your price rigging or less chances of your price manipulation. So there will be no manipulation of prices. Why? Because this commodity derivative prices are governed by international price movements. And the third one is diversification. Commodity prices are depend upon the supply and demand dynamics, right? So all your commodity derivatives are depends upon supply and demand factors. So if there is a good number of supply and if there is a demand, then will be no other practices in commodity market. If in case the supply is not there and demand is there, the price will be very high, right? So all these commodity are depend upon a supply and demand factors. And weather conditions, geographical conditions, and your political tensions and natural disasters. So it's all depend upon your other factors like geographical conditions, weather conditions, if any natural disasters occurs in a commodity market. So these are some of the diversification functions. So according to these, commodities are an independent asset class and can prove to be an effective means of diversification. in one's investment portfolio. So one's investment portfolio, which is depends upon different diversification factors like supply and demand, weather conditions, so natural disasters. So these are some of the factors that influence on your commodity market. So diversification will be there in your commodity market. So these three are some of the benefits, or you can also classify as a role and the functions of your commodity market. And the next you can see, if you are an importer and exporter, your benefit will be as follows. So if you are an importer or an exporter, so here is your benefits. So benefits for an importer and exporter are like a hedge against price fluctuations. So here hedge means reducing the risk. Hedging is one of the factor in a commodity market which helps in reducing the risk of a commodity prices, right? So in today's highly volatile scenario, we can tell that wide fluctuations is there in a price of the import and export products can directly affect your products. It will be directly affects your commodity derivative market. So this future helps you in procure or sell commodities at a price decide months before the actual transactions. So your price will be known before you are making a transaction. So as we know that there will be a price discovery if you are purchasing a commodity for a future date. Today the information will be known to you, right? So this is the way that they are going to do. There will be a hedge against price fluctuations. So if you are making any price fluctuations, hedge will be there. Only by hedge, reducing the risk. So if you want to reduce the risk, you want to know the price fluctuations. So this is also one of the benefit to your importer or a exporter. You will be knowing what is the price of a particular commodity if you are making a transactions in a future date. And the next is, you can see, if you are a large scale consumer of the product. So here is how the market can help you. If you are a large scale consumer of the product, take for example, the country go in make a transactions of petrol, diesel. So this all will be there in a commodity market. They purchase in a bulk, means large scale consumers of a particular product. So you can see you can control your cost. The first point is you can control your cost. So if you are an industrialist or if you are any big industrialist or a large scale organization, so the raw material cost dictates the final price of your output, right? So if the raw material cost will be depends upon, or raw material cost will also influence on your final price of the product. So if any sudden rise in your raw material will also influence on the rise in the price of a end price of a particular product, right? So on the other hand, you can say that if you are unable to do any such other cost, your margin and profitability will be hit, right? So if you are unable to know what is the rise in the raw material cost, you cannot control the cost of a particular product at the end. So the thing is that you want to know what is the raw material cost. So if the raw material cost is minimum, or the raw material cost is comparatively low, so you can purchase the raw material and then you can produce your products. If the raw material cost is very high and you cannot purchase the raw material cost, and if that raw material cost also depends upon your end product price, so this is how you can going to control the cost. So you want to know what is the raw material cost in a beginning itself to control the cost of a end product. Next is ensure continuous supply. So any shortfall in supply of raw materials can stall your production, right? So if shortfall in a raw material which leads to there is no production for a product, and you have to make the default on your sale obligations. So we can avoid the risk by buying a commodity future contract by which you can assured of supply a fixed quantity of materials at a predetermined price at that any appointed time. So you should have a continuous supply. If there is no continuous supply, means you cannot uh, at the spot of time you cannot purchase a bulk number of commodities or a bulk number of raw materials for your production purpose. So you have to ensure that there should be a continuous supply of raw materials for your production unit. And the next is, if you are a producer of the commodity, future you can help, which is the following things which helps for your, if you are a producer of the commodity. So if you are a producer of the commodity, the first advantage is lock in price for your produce. So if you are a farmer, take for example, if you are a farmer, there is a possibility that the price of your produce or a product may come down drastically at some time of during the harvest. So by taking the positions in commodity future, you can effectively lock in the price that which you wish to sell your produce at the harvested time. So if you lock your prices, means if you have a contract with any of the commodity derivative market to sell the security, to sell your products or produce to any other certain person, so this will help for you to avoid such risks. Means you can lock your price. So we cannot come to know, we cannot say that the price of a harvest or a price of a produce may will be always in a peak direction. It may also go in a depth direction also, right? So if you want to become a very good producer of a commodity, and if you want to make a good transactions in a commodity market, you have to see that you have to lock the prices. Means you have to make a transaction or you have to make a contract with any of the commodity derivative market, so that you can lock the prices for a future period of time. And assured demand. So any physical market could means a endless wait for a buyer, and selling the commodity future contracts can give you assured demand at the time of the harvest. So you can see that if you make a forward contract or a future contract with any of the person or any of the commodity market, so you can make a assured demand for the particular product or a particular produce. So as you are a producer of the commodity, you will get some assured demand for a particular produce. And the next is total transparency will be there. You can see the next benefit, or you can say this is also role and function. Transparency will be there, and it is an electronic platform of trading of your commodity derivatives. So you can create a transparent price discovery. You can come to know what is the actual price and what may be the future price of a particular produce or a particular commodity. There will be a total transparency in your commodity market. And the next one is protection against inflation. So when economy is dipping, money is worthless. You can see the inflation is a small amount of money chasing a large amount of goods, or you can say a pocket of money chasing a basket of goods. So this is one of the condition, or you can see one of the good explanation of inflation. So you can have a protection against inflation. So this occurs, the prices of commodities usually go up during high inflation, right? The prices of commodity will be very high during the inflation period. So that according to the price of a raw materials also sees an upward trend. Even the raw material prices also will be there in an upward trend. Therefore, few commodities in your market will help you benefit from this upswing, right? So some of the few commodities may help you during this inflation period, so that you can have a protection against the inflation. So these are some of the benefits for a different stakeholders of a commodity market. And you can also see these are some of the roles and functions of your commodity market on different person. It may be an investor, it may be an importer and exporter, so it may be a large scale consumer of the product, or it may be a producer of the commodity. Producer of the commodity basically may be a farmers. So next you can see the governing body. Just as the SEBI regulates the stock market, so SEBI is a regulator of a stock market, the same way even the SEBI also regulates the commodity derivative market since 28th September 2015. So prior to this period, there was another regulatory authority which is known as Forward Market Commission. So before SEBI, one of the governing body of stock market, so even that SEBI also regulates the commodity derivative market now, but before SEBI there was one of the regulatory body known as Forward Market Commission, which overseen by Ministry of Consumer Affairs regulated commodities. So before SEBI there was a regulatory body that is known as Forward Market Commission. So this is the governing body of a commodity market before SEBI. So it was a commodity future market regulated of India before September 2015. So before September 2015, which was a governing body for a commodity market, that is Forward Market Commission, which has its headquarters at Mumbai. So this FMC was organized as a chief regulator of forward and future market in India. So this is one of the chief regulatory body for your forward and future markets, means forward and future contract in India. So it was regulated once 17 trillion rupees of commodity trades in India, right? So once it was regulated around 17 trillion rupee of commodity trades in India. So this FMC established in the year 1953 under the provision of Forward Contract Regulation Act 1952. So before SEBI there was one of the regulatory body known as Forward Market Commission, so which also regulates in India before the SEBI. And you can see this FMC once recognized as a chief regulator for a forward and future markets. So this is the governing body of your commodity derivative market. And the next you can see the types of commodity derivatives. So you can see there are two types of commodity derivatives. The first one is commodity future, second one is commodity option. The same as your stock market. In stock market there are also some of the derivatives, right? Forward market, forward contract, future contract, option. So these are the derivatives in your stock market. The same way there are commodity derivative as well. The first is commodity future contract. A future contract is agreement for buying and selling of commodity for a predetermined delivery price at a specific future time. Futures are standardized contracts that are traded on organized future exchange. So this future contract, it is a contract between any two or more parties to buy or to sell the commodity for a predetermined price, means the price is determined today itself for a future specific date. And these futures are standardized. Why? Because these future contracts are traded on a recognized commodity exchange or recognized future exchange. So for this purpose we call it is a standardized product, standardized contract. Why? This traded on a recognized commodity exchange. And the next one is commodity option contract. So like future, option are also the financial instruments used for hedging and speculation. So this options usually used for hedging and speculation purposes. So hedging means reducing the risk, speculation means within a short period of time making a profit. This commodity option holder has a right but not the obligation to buy a specific quantity of commodity at a specified price or on before the specified date. So this option contract involves two parties. The seller of the option writes the option in the favor of buyer, who pays a certain premium to the seller. As there are two types of option, you can see that call option and put option will be there. Call option here means the option holder will have a right to purchase the commodities but not the obligation, and the put option holder will get the right to sell the securities but not an obligation to do so. So these are some of the types of commodity derivatives market in India. Okay, thank you students.